Yeah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Basham Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim and the Four Winds, preaching the truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through their father, and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwatium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. Shalom. Hey, this your brother Ram Yahawada with the lesson. And yeah, let's get this going. Yeah, this is Vocab Malone coming to visit the brothers down at camp. I wasn't at camp that day, but I just seen this, and this dude talks like we owe him an explanation, or like he got the authority on the scriptures, which he don't have no authority. Plus, he don't even break down the scriptures right. You know what I mean? And I think he knows that, man. He knows that he's not breaking it down right, right? And then he gets these so-called followers that follow him, right? And then he's puffed up. See, but even the scriptures tell you, because he do know some scriptures, like, he quote them off, according to his narrative. But knowledge puffeth up, right? Matter of fact, let's get that, man, because that's what it is. The Lord. Yeah. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 1. So now, as touching things offered to idols, right? And we know that most of all these churches are idols, because really, no matter what you say you are, you're Calvinist, you're this, you're that, you're apostolic, you're Jehovah, all that thing stems from the Catholic Church, which is filled with idols, filled with Christmas worship, worshiping the Queen of Heaven, the Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, all these different days that the so-called Christian church or even the Calvinist is down with, right? Jehovah Witness is probably the only one because they don't celebrate any of those things, but then they still off because what? They're not celebrating the the Passover, or they're not doing the Sabbath by the new moon or nothing like that, right? They ain't telling the Israelites who the real Israelites are, so that all these things are off, right? So it says we know that we all have knowledge. So what you call him? He got a little bit of knowledge, right? He could quote some scriptures off the top of his head. But so what? No knowledge puffeth up. You know what I'm saying? So he got to know a little bit of scriptures. He got a couple simple-minded people that'll follow him, and so now he's puffed up. Now he's acting like he's the authority to the scriptures, man. We don't owe you nothing, and you're ultimately the devil, man. Right? Because ask him about what's the MOTB. He's going to go into a whole bunch of other different things, and you're going to see that he's the devil, man. He's not sincere. Right? And this is actually talking about going into, eating foods with that's offered to idols. Does Vocab tell his so-called Christian congregation that most of all these foods are offered to idols before they put them in the grocery stores? Did he tell them that the goddamn pork? I was watching a video. They were saying that the pork, why people talking about China and eating dogs, they were saying some of that pork is actually dog, and they put it through a press, and they basically they manufacture the dog to make it look like pork and have it taste like pork. So we're eating our defiled bread, defiled bread amongst the heathen. Is he telling his congregation that? See, the difference is we know these type of things, right? The elders are not leaving anything out, man. That's why it makes it much more. Matter of fact, make it much more real, because it says knowledge puffeth up, but what? But charity edifieth, man. So that's ultimately what Apostle Har does, man. He gives charity goes into brotherhood, man. And through that brotherhood, you edify the brotherhood, you edify the body. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, right? That's this dude. He think he knows something, but he don't know nothing. He knoweth nothing yet as he ought to know, right? You don't know it as you ought to know, but you're gonna never know it because you're the devil. The Lord didn't give this to you, man. Truth and sincerity is not given to you. You're gonna tell us the MOTB is spiritual, or you're gonna say it's embarked. You're gonna say something else. You're gonna do what these other wicked Israelite camps do, man. But brotherhood edifieth, man. You're gonna tell you the truth. But if any man love the power, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the same is known of him, man. The Lord knows us, man. That's why when you go to any GMS camp, what comes around, man? The chariots, man. Ask yourself why the chariots ain't going around these other camps, man. You do, you know what I'm saying? The scriptures say, look up for your redemption draweth nigh. How many Christians are actually looking up, man? They ain't looking up for the chariots. Which, do you believe in the chariots, vocab? You know?
For him was I am. He says, Father, with the glory that I received in John 17, before. You see what I'm saying? He's surprised all that. And then John says, nothing that was made without him. Meaning he made all things. Colossians 1, what's it say? It says he's the head, he holds us all together. He made everything. So we put those together. It's not just who can be in the elect. It's also, we define elect differently as well. You think it's the woke 1/3. It's also how that happens. And you believe, honestly, it's just by your birth. And here's the thing, John 1 says it's not by birth, because it's not by human will or blood. It literally says that, right? And on the live stream of the day, Tahar, he was saying, in answer to the question I was asking another guy, he said, yes, vocab, Judas is a saint. And that's where we say, bro, y'all are wilding out. I mean in the doctrine. That's what I'm saying by wild. I'm saying that doctrine is wild out to where you could literally say, the one who betrayed Jesus, whom he said it'd be better if that man was never born, right? That man's a saint. That means he's one of the elect. He's set apart. That's really what it means. Saint means one who's set apart. It comes from hagios in Greek. So that's what the difference is. So we do not believe. Because our view is God only elects some to salvation.
Yeah, see this, you know, great swelling words, because he can say hagios in Greek, and it is set apart. So y'all wilding out if Judas is a saint. Okay, well let's see if we're wilding out if Judas is a saint. Yeah, so basically, vocab and all these other Christian flunkies, they skip over the whole entire part. Like when you go to Genesis right here, Genesis 12, they completely skip over the whole entire part and the main focus of what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is talking about, or what they call God, which is the power of the universe, right? Power, God, Elohim, what they call Elohim, but whether the Elohims are really the angels, right? They don't even understand that. But this all caps, that's Yahweh, all caps. You know what I mean? Through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, which created the world. It says, and Yahweh said unto Abram, right? This is even before he changed his name to Abraham. This is just Abram, not Abraham, just Abram. Before circumcision, before anything. He ain't broke the laws down to him or nothing yet. Right? Because whether you know it or not, Abraham went under the laws. From the law, the same laws that was there from the very beginning, right? Sacrificial law, this and that, 7 days, rest, all these things they did, right? There's nothing new. That's why the Lord said there's nothing new under the sun, right? So it says, get thee out of thy country, right? Amongst his father, amongst his his relatives, the people who's under basically idolatry, worshiping the stars, the moon,
many different gods and all these different things. Get from away from these other people, which in itself, this guy wants to say that he was not a Israelite, but just the point of him being separate makes him a saint, which means that's another form of saying the Israelite, separate, saint, sanctified, separate, right? So he said, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred, right? Get away from all your kinfolk, everybody else, which that's ultimately what the Lord ends up doing to everybody when you really get into the truth. Like when I broke up with my youngest son's mom. All my family that I kicked it with, I basically ended up moving out somewhere else because my other cousin, he was saying that he moved to this apartment and it was easy to get in, so got me an apartment over there. But I rarely seen him, even though we live right there next to each other. My other family, I live way far from them. No one came and visited me and nothing like that, right? Even though my other cousin lived there. And every now and then they would come and visit him. But I had nobody really come visit me. Right? But the Lord was separating me. And that's the way He's going to do you in this tree. He's going to separate you from all these people, man. It says, and from thy father's house unto a land that I shew thee. Right? And it says, I will make. Now, this is the part everybody. They don't want to solely focus on this. They don't want to eisegesis or whatever they call that mess. They don't want to eisegesis this. They don't want to focus on this completely. It says, I will make thee a great nation. Wait, let's focus on the point that the Lord is going to make him a great nation. Him. In order to have nation, you got to have descendants. You got to have children. And your children become what? You become a people, then you become a tribe, then you can grow, and then, grow until you become a nation, right? And it tells you that Israel became a nation where in Egypt, right? According to the scriptures, right? So that is that lineage that the Lord is talking about, right? He's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Ishmael, not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Moab, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and what's it, Ammon, right? None of them, man. Keturah and all whatever other children. It's never been said he's the God of anybody else, but God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So what other thing are you people talking about? So you're not focused on that great nation that the Lord was going to make him. First and foremost, through that seed that they couldn't have a baby, and through Isaac, right? Shall I seed be called, right? So no one wants to focus on that. It says, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thus shall be a blessing, right? Oh shit! Oh, Nick. So everybody want to stand in line with the empty vessels so they can get a blessing. No one went through slavery. No one put in any work. No one went through the things that that you go through as being a child of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Nobody went under the Babylonian captivity. No one joined. You know what? Put us under the same slavery as those Israelites when the Medo-Persians had us. No one said, you know what? No, put us under the same slavery as everybody when you got us under the Greeks, under the Romans, man. Under these goddamn Edomites to this very day. No one said, put me down with, you know what I'm saying, in chains at Master's house. No one ever said that. But now everybody got empty vessels with things saying, well, see, he gonna be a blessing. All right? And this is the thing that people want to focus on, right? And I will bless them that bless thee. But when have you blessed the Israelites? I just named all sorts of captivities, right? The Babylonians enslaved. That's not a blessing. You enslaved us. The Medo-Persians had us in slavery. That's not a blessing. That's a curse. The Greeks enslaved us, murdered us, killed us, right? Which are Edomites, right? That's not a blessing, that's a curse. The Romans killed us, murdered us, enslaved us, right? That's not a blessing, that's a curse. Then we're in this modern day Rome, spiritual Rome, spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Nineveh, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Place called Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, spiritually Babylon, and now everybody's looking for a blessing. Man, hey, look, you guys are confused. I don't know what's going on. You have a problem, but the Lord knows what's going on, right? I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curse thee. Don't you know slavery is a curse? To be called a no people is a curse. You mean you vocab run up and tell us who we ain't? Oh no, y'all, you guys are not. Well, tell us who we is then. Because African and American don't make sense. Mexican don't make sense. Native American don't make sense. Use a Puerto Rican. That's not a nationality, man. You're a Jamaican, nigga. That's not a nationality. You people are out of your mind. I'm a Guatemalan. I'm a man. You people are out of your mind. That is not a nationality, man. Then these people are the only ones. Well, besides the Ethiopians with the biblical nationalities, and then you people are too simple. Oh, the Ethiopians are Philistian Jews. Yeah, they're Jewish. Yeah, well, Ethiopia, even when you go into the Bible, Ethiopia is a Hamitic nation. It's one of the most ancient nations. They got the river, the Ethiopian River. They got the Ethiopian people. This thing is from the beginning. This people are already a nation. They were already part of the sons of Ham. So how can they be goddamn Philistian Jews? You people are beyond ridiculous. And then you got the so-called Jewish, right? Which don't make sense. None of that adds up. But we the only people who don't know who we are, and you the only people who got a you the only two people got a biblical nationality. But now the Moab is Chinese. The Ammonites, which is the Japanese, is now Japanese. Hawaiians, they Hawaiians. They're not the original. They're not the original Greeks that you took their name. So you don't tell the people that they're the original Greeks. That they're the original Romans that you conquered and took it over, right? And put your stank all over it. You don't want to tell people that, but somehow you're the only person with a biblical national, but no one's asking questions. How, and why? And how in the world did you expect the blessing? Right? Yeah. So this is Isaiah chapter 45. And so the brother, he went just to the point because the devil was there. But I'm going to go up a little bit higher in that because the brother was on point, man. The Isaiah 45:17, man, Israel is a world, right, that shall be saved. Oh, it means world means, and then we go into the Hebrew meaning of the word world, all this and that stuff. Listen, man. Israel is that world. Listen, watch this. Because they know Christians don't read. That's why you can just say a bunch of stuff, put on this channel, do circus, tricks and stuff, be a goddamn clown. So, but right here it says, Isaiah chapter 45, verse 11, thus saith Yahweh, right? Yahweh, man. The Most High, Yahweh, right? The Holy One of who? Of Israel. Not the whole world. Not everybody who wants to have an empty vessel, who didn't go through the things that the Israelites went through. You didn't lift up a hand. You didn't try to fight to help us. And when you did, the Lord said that you're fighting against of the Most High. So you're either way to go, you were sinning. Because when it was meant for us to go into slavery or go down by these nations, it was sanctioned and governed by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Because, people will mention those, there were white people that tried to help free the slaves, and that's why it didn't flourish, because what? What is this? I forgot how it goes, but it basically, the scripture right says you'll be even fighting against the Most High. So like it, but you know what I mean? So ultimately, that's ultimately what they did. They were really fighting against the Most High. And his what? So saying he's the God of Israel and his maker. So he said, I made them. Yeah, he made everybody else, but then he specifically talking about Israel. Specific. Right? And his maker asks me of things to come concerning my sons. So who is his sons? The Israelites. He said, I'm their maker, and ask me anything concerning my sons. Things to come, yeah. Ask me of things to come. Right? Concerning my sons, which are the Israelites, and concerning the work of my hands, command ye me. Hey, Lord, what's going on? What do you have to say about these Israelites that you're the maker of, that you're the God of? You're not talking about everybody else. Which basically is saying that he's, even before you get down to 17, when 17 says that Israel shall be saved in Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, with an everlasting salvation, ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, a world without end. Well, the Lord said that he made them, and he's their maker. These are my sons. What do everlasting mean? What do world mean? Right? He said, it goes into eon, or okay. Well, how about eon that never ends? So you shot yourself in the foot. You're talking about an eon that don't end. Hey, man. It says, okay, yeah. Have I made the earth? Of course he made the earth. And created man upon it? Yeah. You would say, oh yeah, God made everybody. But then he's sanctifying, separating, just like he told Abraham to go from amongst your kindred and your people and your father's house, separate yourself, which basically means to sanctify, or what this guy said, a saint. It's a saint. Yeah, he's a saint. Right? Separate, saint. Yeah. So Abraham is a saint. He's holy, separate. Right? Same thing the Lord's saying here. I'm separated my children from the rest of them. Right? You know what I'm saying? Haven't I made the earth? Haven't I created it? Created man upon it? I even my hands have stretched out the heavens. And how did he do that? Through the angels. Right? Starting with Yahweh Shai, the 144,000, he created heaven. He created the heavens. And all their hosts, right? Which going into the host goes into what? Armies. That means he had many people doing this. Host, which goes into the 144,000. I have commanded. Why? To make the earth, man. To make everything. But he separated Israel and put an extra, I have made them, I'm their maker. We never did that about anybody else. You know what I mean? I have raised him up right in righteousness, right? See, through the law, statutes, commandments, righteousness. He has not given any other nation the law, statutes, and commandments, man. and I will direct all his ways, right? Which that kind of go with the brothers was teaching today, how the Lord controls the minds, man. Even Apostle Hart goes into that. I didn't even think about that, but it said that we were subject to sin, man, but not willingly. We didn't willingly want to, but we were subject to why? Because Yahweh said we was gonna go off, man. Just so you dirtbag start, you had one over on the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai. So you have a reason to destroy you, man. I will direct all his ways. He shall build up my city, and he shall let go my captive. Right, man? The Yahweh Shai is coming to free the captives, and we're captive here all over the world, but the main place is Babylon the Great. Right? The daughter of Babylon. Mystery, so-called Babylon, but it's not a mystery anymore. Right? Not for price, nor reward, saith Yahweh of hosts, man. The Lord's coming with a mighty army, man. Thus saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, thy labor, the labor of Egypt, right? Putting us in bondage. That's what America's done. This is spiritually Egypt, man. You put us in bondage. And the merchants of Ethiopia, and that's what you've been. You've been a merchant country, or really really you're just what do you call it? You're a corporation that poses as a country, right? And of the Sabians, men of stature shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. Right? So this goes into that whole thing that vocab likes to avoid, that these people are going to go into slavery under the Israelites, man. Period. Right? Should be thine. They shall come after thee in chains. Well, that don't sound like we're being their friends. They're finna come after us in chains. They shall come over. They shall fall down unto thee, right? Bowing down, man. In subjection, man. And these are Hamitic, man. Ooh, so you're gonna do that to the Ham? Yeah, the Hamites, the Ethiopian, the what is it? Whatever other goddamn Hamitic cultures there are, the Philistines, the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Gerbusites, the Jebusites, all of them, they all finna go into slavery, right along with Moab, Ammon, Elam, and you, Esau, all 5 tribes of Esau, right? So it ain't gonna be a mistake, man. You all going into slavery, man. Says change, fall down to thee, and they shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely power is in thee, right, man? The Lord is going to give us the power, man. And this is the future prophecy. And there is none else. There is no power. There's no other God. So you can search for Quaz or whatever you want to go pray to. Do your little seances. Do your old witchcraft from Babylon and from Egypt. You know what I mean? Come up with your enchantments and all this other stuff. See if it saves you, man. Like the Lord says. But let's just skip down, because we already went to Israel is a world with the everlasting world, with everlasting salvation, man. So we're gonna be everlasting saved, with you and all sorts of other people, heathens. Let's just get it right, heathens in captivity, man. Everlasting. The everlasting part haven't happened yet. It says, listen, and this is another part that they forget, because the Lord swore to Abraham, then he swore unto Isaac, and then he swore unto Jacob. By oath, he swore. So anything else, you're calling the Most High a liar, and that's ultimately why he's going to destroy the place that you dwell at right now, man. 1,000 times over, man. That's why America's going to be a wasteless desert when these ICBM missiles hit. Thus saith Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. We ain't got to do nothing but prophesy what the Lord say is going to happen. So you're trying to say you're going to have us in chains? So you're going to do it? Through the power of the Most High, when the Most High's time, when it's time for the Most High to do things, you're going to know it, man. That's why I said they're going to come down and bow to you and say, surely the power is in thee. The power, you're going to know the powers, man. But then you know now. It says Isaiah chapter 45, verse 23, I have sworn by myself. This is the Most High speaking, man. The words is gone out my mouth in righteousness. So you calling the Lord a liar? So the Lord's not, Yahweh's not righteous? Or God, whoever you want to call him? Jehovah? Yahweh, whatever you want to call it. So he's not righteous? Okay. But Yahweh is very righteous. It says, in righteousness and shall not and shall not return. So it already came out the Lord's mouth that Israel is an ever that Israel is have an everlasting salvation. That these people are going to come behind him in chains forever. The word of the Lord went out and it ain't coming back. That's it. It ain't returning. It ain't, oh yeah, you know what? I guess I messed up. That unto me every knee shall bow, and every tongue shall. Man, I should have thought about that when I was there at camp. But hey, every tongue shall swear. Right? You're gonna swear, man. Every knee shall bow. Every tongue shall swear. So you're going to make an oath. You're going to bow the knee. Surely shall one say, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, have I righteousness and strength, even to him shall men come. Right? You'll come to us and bow yourself in servitude, slavery, and all that are incented against him shall be ashamed. So let's see what that word means. So this is Isaiah 45, 24. I'm going to translate. See what it say.
Strong's H 2734. Hara.
Hara, to be hot. Furious. Oh, you're mad. You're furious with the hot. You're mad. You're furious. Burn. Become angry. So you're angry with the. Be kindled. So you're mad at the Most High. You came in and grabbed the Israelites and put them into slavery because you're angry with the Most High. Oh, okay. That's ultimately what it is, man. To be angry. Let's see if we can go into the root. Burn, to be hot. Scorch. Burn, be hot. Yeah, be angry, basically. So the Lord said that all that are incensed against him, so that you're angry with the Most High because he chose these people forever, right? Go back. Oh, I think I passed it up. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, say Israel shall be saved, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushai with the everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. world without end. So we're not going to be ashamed. But what did the Lord say right here? And all that is incensed, that's angry, that's mad, furious with the Most High, that He chose us over you, and came and against Him, shall be ashamed. So ultimately, vocab, you got shame coming unto you, man. So in Yahweh shall all the seeds of Israel. Oh wait, this is the point I wanted to make. I almost forgot. Because he was saying something about Judas Iscariot. Well, here it is right here. It said Israel's a world that will not ever be ashamed nor everlasting salvation. What does salvation mean? Right? It says, in Yahweh shall all the seeds of Israel be justified. Ooh. Wait a minute. Ain't Judas Iscariot an Israelite? And this is before he was born. And the Lord said, shall be justified and shall glory. And guess what? This is before he was even born. You know what? See if I can find it. Because the Lord said that his things shall not return. See if I can find it. I'll go back to the other. It says Isaiah chapter 45 verse 23, and I swore by myself, the word is gone out my mouth in righteousness and shall not return. So the Lord said, I've already picked the Israelites, and so Judas Iscariot, before he did anything, this is before he was born, and the Lord said it can't return. So yes, he's an Israelite. Yes, he's a saint. Yeah, so this is Isaiah 45 and 25 in Yahweh, right? Which is dealing with the Most High. But, you know, he does everything through his son and through the angels. Shall all the seed of Israel, right? Dealing with the people, right? So that's why we say Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And then it's saying what? The seed, which dealing with a lineage, seed, sperma, seed, right? Of Israel be justified and shall glory, right? We're going to glory in what? Ruling over you nations, man. Yeah, and with all that, I want to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakal Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Acumen of Four Winds, preaching the truth, sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, the elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through their father and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To the sisters, to the Aquathium, who listen and learn under their husband, which is your spiritual leader with meekness and with silence. Shalom. And a Baba Ball.